I grew up in a city in the north of England, Sheffield. I'm British born, and I had nothing to do with horses. My parents had nothing to do with horses. My father was in the car, had a car dealership. My brother and I just did normal school sports, and in England you start school relatively early at 5. And a friend of mine in the classroom went for a riding lesson, and I begged my dad, could I please go to the riding school? And he said, yeah, okay, once a week. So at 5 I went on a Friday afternoon when we had school was out on Friday lunchtime, and I had my first riding lesson. And it was a connection that I've never regretted. I sat on that pony for the first time, and I knew that was it. And I absolutely loved it. And then I begged to go every week, of course, and I wasn't allowed to go more than once a week. But then the more I rode, and I got very connected with the lady that owned the riding school. She was very kind. And she said to me, yeah, you know, I'm always looking for helpers, and we have a lot of work to do, and mucking out and grooming, and if you want, you can come on a Saturday morning, but you have to be here at 6, and then you can help muck out and groom, and you can tack up for the other children. And then if you've worked all day, I'll probably give you a free lesson in the late afternoon if there's a pony free. Well, that was it. I was on my bicycle every Saturday morning, every Sunday morning, off to the riding school, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Mucked out, groomed. It wasn't just about riding, but I did get my lessons, so I got to get 3 lessons a week, which obviously I progressed much quicker. Then I joined the pony club, and my dad let me borrow a pony from the riding school to go to pony club meets. And the lucky thing in England is when you grow up through the pony club system, they teach you horsemanship. We were given a book at the beginning called the Manual of Horsemanship, and this was like our Bible. There was everything in there, everything you needed to know about how to groom, how to care for the pony. Well, at that stage I was only dealing with ponies, and we just learned so much. And then we went on pony club camp, where we had to go all day, spend all day with different trainers with our ponies during the summer holidays. And obviously being a member of the pony club, which was always joined to a hunt. Then my dad was very kind and bought me my first pony, but we shared the pony with the riding school. So half of the time he was in the riding school and other children were riding him, which I didn't really like, but anyway, I had to get on with it. And then I started to go hunting, and hunting, oh, that was fantastic. That was actually the first time I started to really jump, and I fell off a lot. I mean, 3 times every hunt was normal. So half the time I would fall off, the pony would gallop off following the rest of the horses. I'd run, cry, I'd be running for miles to try and catch the pony. Luckily somebody caught the pony, I'd climb back on, carry on, fall off again, have to run behind the pony again. So you get naturally tougher, and falling off becomes no issue. It's part of learning. So it doesn't have such a, today everybody's like, oh, if someone falls off, oh, I mean, I know there's a lot of problems with insurance and with liabilities and everything. But I was lucky because I grew up in a time where nobody cared about any of that. You just fell off, you got back on, and most of the trainers made us get back on. Even if we were crying or no, I don't want to, no choice. Get on, do it. And so it helps you to learn to deal with those situations. So I got a break when I was about 9. There was a lady at Pony Club who had 3 children, and she'd bought wonderful ponies for these children, and they didn't want to ride. And she asked me one day, oh, you only have 1 pony to ride, would you like to ride my ponies? And I was like, oh, I thought I'd gone to heaven. So I started riding these ponies, and then someone else asked me, and then I rode another pony for someone else, and then I rode another pony, and then it just snowballed. Then I got to 16, was doing European Pony Championships, and I really wanted to leave school and just do horses. And my dad was very stern, and he said, okay, if you do it, don't come crying to me if you don't make it. You either go now and work for a professional, and if you stick it and you think you can make your way, then you should try it. And I was very young, I was 16, but I really wanted to do it. I didn't want to do anything else. And that's what I did. I left school at 16, went to work for a professional. Never regretted it for a moment, other than it was very hard working for the professional. It was a lot of work. And yeah, that was it. That was my life. And then got married, moved to Germany in 1986. Again, relatively young. I was 23, and had 2 children with my first husband, rode internationally, also produced horses, did, you know, the thing that horse people do, buy young horses, produce them, ride them. And then I'm now married again to Tim, my husband, and we have a son, Tony, who's 13 and has also got the bug. So he now has to muck out and groom and tack up himself and learn all these things that you have to know.